We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing.
Welcome to Gabbing.
Gabbing
With Gracie.
and Heather.
I am drinking, and this is Heather because we have multiple people today. I am drinking a Cutwater lime margarita out of a can. It's delicious.
Ooh,
Okay.
my fave. And I am drinking yesterday's sangria from Troy Public House. And this is Gracie.
I'm drinking La Crema or La Crema.
Ooh,
Chardonnay.
nice.
Yes, refreshing.
And that's Lucy.
And oh yes.
And I'm Takara, and I am drinking the very smidge left of my Dark Horse Rosé.
That's my
I'm
favorite.
don't want it to be gone. I'm drinking
you
it
a
very
rosé.
slowly.
It's actually quite shocking. that
Very
Gracie's been
slowly.
drinking rosé right now.
I know. I usually drink rosé all the time for like 3 years straight. And I love dark rosé. I love dark horse, period.
You do? I just found out about Dark Horse, and I'm obsessed now. It will be the only rosé I buy. It's so good.
Oh
Love
We're
We're going to
rosé.
have to get some, Lucy. We're behind the times.
yeah.
Mhm. Yes.
Well, we are discussing Bridgerton. What season is this? Season 4?
4.
Or
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
better late than never.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually, I don't know if you guys know this, we have had 2 podcast episodes already about this season of Bridgerton.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Sure.
Good. Because I was like, oh my God, it's been so long, and we've been saying
I
we're
know.
gonna do this, and
It is a task getting us all together to discuss it in a timely
it really
fashion.
is.
It's okay.
Like, they were like,
Is. We always have to
Yeah.
reschedule at least
Yeah.
2 times.
things kept
Mhm.
happening. Gracie and I discussed it. There were certain things that we were like, oh no, we want to wait for our larger group to discuss.
Oh,
Oh, hit us with that. Let's get into
Do
it. you
we
guys.
remember?
I was about to say, we did not
will
write
find out.
down what this was.
Hey, Emma, do you remember what it was?
I know, like,
Well-
in general, the female relationships.
Yes, sisterhood.
Oh,
big one.
yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Because my
Yeah.
favorite part of this
I know what you're
is
going
the
to say.
relationship with the Queen and Lady Danbury. Their friendship. Wow, that was core.
It was
That
beautiful.
scene where she's finally telling her that she can go travel, like, they didn't even have to say any words. It was all facial expression.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
my
And
God.
when I tell you, that was probably for me the most powerful moment in the entire season, because
Yes.
I was like, every woman who has a deep, special friendship understands that look. They knew what that was, you know? And
Mhm.
it was just so powerful to me. I was like, oh my, I cried. I cried. I was like, wow. You know?
Mhm.
I feel like they really got that right, even in this
They did.
this kind of
they
this
did.
chaotic world that this messy world they've created. There's moments that really stand out in terms of just the human spirit, and that really has been one of them. The sisterhood of that, and even like I knew what it was when he was treating her, when she was like no, when she flatly rejected it. No, I knew exactly what it was. I was like, she's the most important person in her life. Like that, like to leave would be like gut ripping. Like
yeah.
who do I have now? Like my husband, I can't really talk to him. I don't know these ladies in waiting around me. I don't trust anybody else. I love Brimsley, but he's not a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
I think that's
knew
the most vulnerable we've seen her, right?
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
It is. And
Yeah.
when she, oh my God, when she broke down right when Lady Danbury was about to walk out and just admitted what it was, and I was like,
Oh my God.
it was nasty when she was basically pulling the power card. I was like, no, girl, stop.
Yeah.
You know. I was yelling at the screen. I was like, now you know, Queen, don't be like that. Don't be like that.
It's true though.
Down, I said, as soon as she broke down, I said, there it is. There it is.
Yes.
Mhm.
She was like, what happens when he dies?
Oh,
Yeah.
Right?
This is
It
coming.
was like, what do I do without you here? Like,
yeah.
that was powerful. Yeah.
When I was rewatching the second time or the third time, I like just skipped it because I was like, okay, this is too painful, especially with everything that just went on. I was just like, and there's more sisterhood, but that one, since it was the most painful
That
one, I
was
just had
so
to
deep.
keep it moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it Fascinating. Yeah.
So many years, because they were really young. Like they were like probably teenagers when they
That's right.
first met.
They were.
Yes, they were.
I really felt for the queen. Like, you know, I felt for that's what makes the show so good. It's expertly written because you felt completely for Lady Danbury and understood why she wanted to go back to her hometown and, like, you know, kind of be in her own element and have her identity outside of being a subject of the crown, even if she does value this friendship very deeply. But you also understood the queen not wanting to be loneliness thing.
Yes, it made me think of what it's been hard to empathize with. Like there was something about that scene that helped though, empathize with how isolating people of privilege, like that experience with like that level of privilege and power and wealth, and yet you're so lonely and so sad, right?
Yeah.
Like I think Queen Charlotte did it a little bit, but their dynamic really showed it how lonely and how isolated she is, how much she needed her.
How
Like
much
she's
she
surrounded
needed
by everyone.
Yeah.
She's really the only one that she has.
Yeah.
There's that.
Yeah.
I would never. That's why I would like never want to be in that position. Like you can keep your money and your fame and everything.
Yeah. No. Right.
It's true. It's true.
Well, I don't need the fame, but you can give me the money for sure.
You can. Yes.
I'll take some of the money. But we were talking about that a little bit with Boy Band Confidential. Takara, when you were on, we were talking a little with Lucy about how HBO Max has Boy Band Confidential, which is about like the Boys to Men, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, like that era of boy bands, and like what it was like behind the scenes.
Oh my God.
And it was like with you're like the fans expect you to be everything all the time.
Yep.
And like it's a job, it's a performance, and you shouldn't be expected to be on and like be at everyone's whim 24/7.
And can you imagine that being the pressure of that when you're like so young? They were young.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they were kids.
And sadly, the industry takes advantage of that youth too, in the pressure of making them perform that persona.
Oh, you should watch Boy Band Confidential. It gets all into that.
Yeah. To continue down the sisterhood path, I have my list of sisterhood. Of course, Lady Danbury and the Queen are number 1. Second, I have Eloise and Hyacinth. Third, Francesca and Michaela. And Eloise. And 5, Varley and Portia.
Okay.
Barley and Portia.
You did good there.
Yeah. Well, who was the fourth?
Cressida and Eloise.
Cressida and Eloise.
Cressida coming back was exciting.
Yeah.
It was.
To see her.
With her outlandish outfits, honey. I was like, yes, Cressida.
No, she was doing it with those dresses.
Doing the absolute most. And I was cracking up every time. I was like, you can't tell her she don't look good. She's like, I am fly. I am beautiful.
And the hair.
The hair's the thing. Like, it made me just realize, though, that we don't have the hair so much with the Queen this season.
Oh.
Like, previously, those two.
Here's my theory, Heather. I thought about that, too. I was like, is it that we don't have the hair or that we're just so accustomed to it at this point? It doesn't register anymore because we're like, we know it's going to look absolutely
it's
like
like
an art exhibit every time. So we expect that. Whereas Cressida, it's a surprise to us now.
It was like, whoa.
Well, I think with the Queen too, like previously she was at a lot of events where this season it wasn't really her at events.
Right.
So maybe that's part of it too.
Yeah, that's true.
But I did notice like Cressida at her like ball that she was having, she even had like there was like a cape, a cake in like the shape of a headpiece. Like an elaborate headpiece, and I was like, just so out of control.
I love it. I'm here for it. I was like, work, Cressida. I found myself, I just guffawed every time she appeared on the screen based on what she was before she even opened her mouth. I was like, I'm here for it, Cressida. I love it. Keep doing the most.
And her husband, I don't think said one word the entire season. He was just there looking.
No. He just needs to nod.
Do we think she redeemed herself?
I think she's on her way.
Yes. Agreed.
I think so. Yeah, I think so too.
I think she's
Like,
matured a lot and is free for the first time in her life.
we know the circumstances as to why
Yeah.
she is
Mhm.
the way she is. So
Yeah, didn't have options.
And
no,
Eloise even said, like, you didn't belong in that house with your parents.
no, she is so much more vibrant, and they did not give her the time of day in their dreary, dreary home.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She's someone who's full of life, you know?
Yeah,
That's
she was
true.
also caged. There's so many circumstances where people are caged in Bridgerton.
Mhm.
Ooh, Heather, that's good. There's so many circumstances. Like that makes me think of Penelope this season. Like her, like kind of her being caged as Whistledown. Like you know,
Yeah.
with the queen. Like the queen basically is like she's like you belong to Whistledown. This gossip belongs to me now. Like
Yeah.
something that used to be so gratifying for her and fulfilling has now kind of become
Yeah.
her trap.
Yeah. Yeah. It was freeing before.
I heard a crazy theory that I don't know if I want it to be true or not, but somebody, because you know how there's now like this mystery Whistledown, which
Yes.
the writer said, because I was watching like the podcast for Bridgerton, she said they did that because Penelope was tied to Whistledown through the books, and by like switching the book order around, they revealed way too soon who Whistledown was.
Oh,
So this, like, by creating like a mystery Whistledown, that like freed them from that, like so that they could still have like Whistledown like keep going, because she goes pretty far into the like timeline of the book series. But like the crazy theory I heard was that it's Penelope, that she did it so that people would assume it was somebody other than her, so that she can
but
like
it's still her.
Yeah.
But that is still her.
Yeah, that she's not telling anyone, that she's just pretending like she's somebody else doing it.
Okay, I'll take that.
I was like, that's interesting. I don't know if I want it to be that or if I want it to be somebody else. I don't know who it would be though.
Yeah.
It would be crazy if it was like Colin.
It would be a different voice. Like it would.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
But like she
also said she wanted to do other things.
She did.
Yeah, like she's writing her novel.
Right.
She can do both. She can do both.
Yeah, she's badass like that.
She's amazing. She can do both.
They got all the time in the world.
They sure do.
She's got the money. She can, yeah, she's got the money and the privilege. She can sit in her little cage and be whistled down.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
she's okay. She's okay. Just to continue down the path of sisterhood, like, do you guys kind of like agree with the individuals who I chose? Do you want to talk a little bit more about them? Like I said, Eloise and Hyacinth.
I would add even more people.
Ooh, do tell.
Well, like I don't think you said Lady Danbury and
Violet.
Violet.
Yeah.
Alice too. Alice is a good one. With them though, it's with both Violet and Alice. It's like an older sister passing on.
Mentor, mentee.
Yes.
Passing the torch.
Yes.
That's what it was for me. I thought it was really such an interesting dynamic.
Yeah. But I don't know. Who do we want to talk to
Also,
first?
yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. You said between Lady Danbury and Violet, which was great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because they
because both
also-
of them, she's passing down, like she has Violet do the first ball where she always traditionally did it. She's like giving her advice and like being happy that Violet is with Lord Danbury, and because they
And,
had the brother sister healing arc was good last season.
Right. And I thought it was just so it gave me kind of that warm fuzzy feeling, kind of like with the Queen and Lady Danbury, where when she was basically telling her like, you gotta live, girl, like in so many words. Like you are still a warm-blooded human woman with desire and sexual desire, like you, and you've just turned all that off because
I
of
loved
being
that.
a lady, you know, and just really, I feel like she really gave her the freedom and permission to do what she had been desiring in terms of Marcus. And I was like, work.
I loved that. And I loved the way that whole thing ended, right? Like when he wanted to marry, and she was like, I'm like, you know, like I'm in my element right now.
Yeah, like I need to be me for the first time in my
Good
life.
for her.
Yes.
Yes.
That's so like, I feel like so many people probably go through that because as women, society dictates that like we're like the good daughter, then
Yes.
we're the good wife, the good mother. And it's like, can we just be the good us?
Yes,
Right.
and just do you. Like,
Can I
that
just
was
be
just
the
for
me?
her.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like her
Can I know
establishing,
who I am?
her really discovering really her own sense of self and her identity and
Yeah. Her
yeah,
sexuality.
her sexuality. She's like,
I
no,
love that scene where he comes in the room, he comes and the house is empty. It's just her in her lingerie or whatever.
Yeah.
good. So because she looked
And
good.
she's just ready.
Like,
her
I am
little-
the tea. I am the tea that you will be
I
having.
am
or
the
something
tea
like
that you will be having. Yeah.
She said in the podcast that she found out that they were going to have sex when she went to wardrobe and they started fitting her for that outfit. And she was like,
Oh
"What's this
no.
That's how she found
Oh
out.
my
Yeah, and then
God.
he didn't know until he got the script.
Oh, that's so funny.
I guess you gotta keep the momentum.
That's so
going.
funny.
Like,
This is reminding me, I would also add how we have Barley and Lady Featherton. I would also add Mrs. Wilson and Violet.
oh yes,
Because
yes.
we got to learn about Mrs. Wilson, the housekeeper this season.
Yeah.
And just like,
Oh,
Mrs. Wilson was like, girl, everybody needs to have tea.
Yes.
Mhm.
I will make sure this happens for you. Don't worry about the kids.
Oh, I just
I
thought
love
about
that
another
she did that.
pair. Sorry, it just jumped in my Sophie and Posey,
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
and how
Yes.
Posey really Posey took a huge risk helping her the way that she did, enormous risk helping her the way
Yeah,
she did.
she really
And, like,
did
'cause
for
she was the only person in that household with a freaking
Uh-oh.
heart.
her. Yeah, she was very innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Are we
It
going to
sounds
talk
like
about
Gracie's
Sophie?
holding.
There were so because we got to talk about Sophie, but I wanted to bring up two more people that you mentioned, Gracie, in terms of the sisterhood theme of it all. You mentioned Michaela and is it Dan?
Francesca?
Francesca?
And Francesca, because
Yes.
I was like, this is getting interesting. What's happening here? Francesca,
Is that coming in the future? Is there more for that? Is there more to that?
Oh,
Have them
yeah.
break it down. Break it down.
Okay,
they
so
definitely alluded to some spicy feelings between those two, and I don't
So
mean
I mean, Francesca was
Heather-
always so excited to
I will give
be
you a
around.
brief summary of Francesca's book, which is Gracie's favorite book.
Yes.
Oh, really?
So the book takes place 5 years after John's death. So one of the things I really loved about the show is that we actually got to know John, because we only know him in the books through like backstory. John has a cousin who is like his brother, and his name is Michael Sterling. And the book is about Francesca and Michael Sterling falling in love.
they turned Michael into Michaela.
I love that so much.
I did not love it. I did not
Well,
love
You
it.
because
did?
one
You did
of
not
the
love it,
That
things-
Gracie.
is so much juicier.
one of
I
the
did
things
not
in the book-
Gracie, I want you to tell me why you don't love that.
Because I wanted to see what Michael was going to be like, how they were going to cast Michael. I couldn't quite find the right actor, so I wanted to see. And I
they
love
were
me some
gonna do
Michael.
with that
Like,
Michael's her
he is
favorite.
my boyfriend, my fictional boyfriend. So
One of
But isn't
one
she
of my many,
amazing?
one of my many. What? No. Okay, let's talk for a second about Michaela. Michaela would get on my damn nerves.
yeah, last season.
Last season, I couldn't
She did
stand
get on her
her.
nerves at
She
first.
was
I was
tough.
like, girl, you're doing the
And
most.
now I like her, and now I understand her a little bit more. So I am curious to see how this is going to work. And I am now starting to get a little bit hyped up, and I need to bring myself down because Heather knows how ticked off I am about the whole Sophie situation and how it is doing a disservice to Francesca and Michaela.
What? Oh, okay. Now we got to hear about this, because I do remember you being like, "I'm pissed. We need to talk about Bridgerton immediately because I am angry." And is this about
I just
Sophie?
forgot.
You're angry?
It is about Sophie because
Okay, let's
I
go.
think
Let's get
that
into it.
she still did not get the respect that she deserves. She is still being seen as someone lowly, as a distant cousin, and everyone's fine with it. And I think that's
secret.
exactly. And that is completely bullshit. And I'm like, this is a society that is supposedly progressing, and Shonda isn't being inclusive. And yet we cannot let this poor Sophie just be who she is and be a part of society. And what's going to happen with Francesca and Michaela? Are they really going to have to live all the way in Scotland in secret? That's not fair to them.
Yeah.
They need to be open too. They need to be free to be who they are. And if Sophie
that's the point of the show, is the imagination, right?
Yeah. Reimagining that time instead of trying to tell like such a realistic story about that time. It's reimagining.
You can talk about the struggles.
Right.
Let's see how it is, because we know the backstory with Charlotte and her opening up society to different skin tones, essentially.
Yeah.
So why can't we see this little struggle with Sophie being a maid and being integrated into society, accepted by the Bridgerton family, and so on and so forth. And then we can move on to like the Bridgertons are the ones that are key here. Like they're the ones that are in this era.
They're the radical family.
Exactly. Show everybody you can have it all no matter who you are.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think that they might actually do it now that we're talking about this, because when on the podcast, I can't remember who said it, but one of the things they brought up was that Benedict is so good about breaking from society and not caring what society thinks, except when it comes to class. Like with his sexuality, we've seen him break through, with his gender fluidity, with like him wanting to like go to art school, just like everything. He just doesn't care except class. And that's where he got so stuck with Sophie. And so I think they might be having where like Francesca's going to be the one that's going to be like, I don't care if society accepts me. I don't need the time. I could be wrong, though. We'll have to see.
I mean, it would be fitting if she won, because she is the one child that was a little bit more herself and didn't get pushed by the pressure. Something's not. She was more awkward, right? Like she made her own choices that went against her mother's wishes and things. It would make sense. It would make sense if it were her.
And even with the Pinnacle, like it was like, okay, like everybody else is over here having their unrealistic orgasms within 2 seconds of being touched. But like, that's not what my love is.
That's so perfect.
Bridgerton, only like 33% of women have orgasms when the sexual encounter is with men. Like, get real.
Yeah, it's true. And certainly not by penetration.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Something like, I think it's like 32% or something like that. But then with other women, it goes up to like 79 or 80%.
Yep. That's
what I've heard. Knows a woman's body.
But not Bridgerton.
Yeah, you said not on Bridgerton.
We have Violet, who I thought was gonna like do justice because she screwed up Daphne. I thought she was gonna be able to speak openly to Francesca, and she's doing a good job. Meanwhile, living it up with Lord Danbury. So like, come on, make it make sense.
Lord Anderson.
Oh yeah, Lord Anderson. Thank you.
I got confused because Lord Danbury was a nasty old man.
He was.
Right.
Oh my God.
He was gross. And like what I hate, because they put prosthetics on that man. I'm like, y'all did not need to do
that. They made that was such a bad.
I hated that. That's probably that was probably
the
worst decision that they've ever made on Bridgerton. It made me so upset. I was really upset by it.
Rewatch. I don't remember this.
Yeah. He just looked like a caricature.
Yeah.
He did. And I was like, Shonda,
why?
Do we need to talk about
it? Send her email.
Right.
She needs to have a talking to.
She does.
Yes. No, because I'm with you. Like, I loved the season for so many reasons, but I hated the ending.
Yeah.
Like that ending of like them having to make up this fictitious story about who Sophie is in order for it to be okay.
Yeah,
it sucks because like she is highborn. Like, can we just tell
she
about who her daughter is and whose daughter she is? And like, why do we have to say, oh, distant cousin Sophie Gunn? No, she is a high noble-born daughter.
Right. Like her father's an earl, which is higher than the Bridgertons.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like
I
that
really
could have
think
been a
that-
setup where like, okay, there's scandal, but like at least he's not like marrying somebody that isn't of nobility.
It doesn't matter though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And because
Right.
they're using
That's the
Benedict
point.
as the tool, like you said, to introduce all these different things that you shouldn't have to be like looked down upon. Like he's
Right.
the artist. He's queer. He's like
Right.
he should it
He was the
shouldn't
one that was
matter.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
I
frustrating
think
to me
the
that they
one-
took there.
I think also though the one that really got in his head about the class of it all was Anthony. Anthony came back
Ugh.
talking
Yes.
that bull.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Anthony-
I was like, go back to India.
Yes, I was like, go back
If
to
you're gonna
India.
be
You
like
really
that.
Yes.
Y'all, we got so distracted last time about like if they physically could have gone to India, given birth, and come back in the time period. The
I
answer was
love
no.
that.
because ain't no way, Heather. Because ain't
No.
no,
No.
way. I said, y'all are really bending.
We were looking up ship types.
looking up ship routes.
we like to make sure
God.
things are
They would have had
accurate.
to go around the Horn of Africa at that time period, which means she would have given birth on that damn ship.
Then they were back, and then they were coming back.
Yeah, they didn't
Yeah,
even
they
make it to
didn't say,
India.
said, here's the baby, and turned around and came back.
I definitely had a moment in my brain where I was like, no, wait a minute.
No, it's not
Like-
possible.
Like, I know
It's not
y'all asking us
possible.
to suspend our disbelief, but that is a lot of disbelief.
It is. It really, really is. They got a lot of
Like
nerve.
in the book, the reason with Francesca and Michael Sterling, the reason it's 5 years after his death, John's death, is because Michael freaks out when John dies and goes to India. And so he's gone for 5 years because you just don't go to India and like,
You just don't go to India and come right back.
No.
oh, but one of the things I
I'm
wanted
going
to
to India. I'll be right back.
going for the weekend. One of the things I wanted to bring up earlier that about like Francesca's story too is one of the big criticisms concerns people had with Michael becoming Michaela is because in the book Francesca was pregnant when John passed, and her grief caused her to have a miscarriage, which is why like in the show she was like, I have to remain calm, I'm pregnant, blah blah blah. And then she ended up not being pregnant. But so like one of the big things in the book was her fertility issues that she had to like overcome with Michael. So people were kind of like, how are they going to deal with that with the show if it's Michaela
And it's also a missed opportunity to discuss infertility.
and
Yeah,
miscarriages
well,
and all
you
that.
know?
So they kind of talked about it a little bit with like her feeling inadequate because she couldn't get pregnant.
Yeah.
Well, she
But-
wasn't also reaching her pinnacle anyhow, which
Yeah.
was another thing that kind of ticked me off. I'm like, she better reach that pinnacle before she moves on to the
Yes, we were
going to get to the
We
pinnacle.
were super invested in that. We were like, if he dies before her pinnacle,
If he dies,
because
no.
also, they were
Mm-mm.
married longer than a year in the book.
Oh my god.
So we were really both upset that he died this season. We thought he was going to die next season.
Yeah.
But
That's-
we were like, he better get her pinnacle.
I hadn't read any, I've never read the books or anything. So that him dying really smacked me in the face. I was like, oh my
Dude.
When
God.
Heather
When he
and I
said,
knew.
yeah, when he said, I'm going to go take a nap, I just started bawling.
Oh
Yeah,
my
we
Because,
knew.
because that's exactly what happens in the book.
I was,
I lost it.
I bet.
Yeah.
Because I was.
Rewatching it. When I rewatched it this week, when he said it, I started crying again.
Oh.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if I was to do a rewatch now, I would start crying watching that part too. Because I had no idea. I was like, it didn't even
was
register me. It's just like, he's gonna take a nap.
Yeah, it was really unexpected.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
I
was
saw a
like,
clip of that, the viewing of like it's him and Francesca, like they're rewatching that scene together of the two of them acting out like the part where they're saying they should be more expressive with each other because of her damn pinnacle, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And
They use
he
the word pinnacle.
first he looks so different, like not on the show. He looks so young. He looks
Oh,
so
yeah.
young. But then that made me think of how young he was. He was supposed to be on the show, right? How young he died.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died really young. So the actor said that he kept like the scene where like she finds him, he's like in the bed, but he's just supposed to be laying there, and he kept messing with her during the scene. Like she's
Oh my god!
So they were talking about like what a fun scene it was to film because he just kept
When he was
with her.
dead.
And then apparently he was at, I don't think he was on film, but like he was at his funeral. Like he showed
Oh
us.
no!
he was on set the day of his funeral.
Yeah, and he was like behind everybody, like watching it, and he was
That's
talking
so
about
funny.
how fun that was.
Does he come out? Do we need to like rewatch
That's
and see
so
he's in the
funny.
background somewhere?
I bet
Oh
there's,
my
I bet there's
God.
deleted scenes that they
No,
show.
you know,
Love me
you
so
know,
much.
Shonda is like, we're not about to have no Starbucks cup in the spot.
Yeah.
Like,
All these years later, we know exactly what you're talking
glass
about.
around here.
I know. We all know it. We
Oh
all
my
know it.
god!
Oh my gosh.
That's too
I'm
funny.
so dead.
Can I just say the use of the word pinnacle was cracking me up every time. Like every single time. I could not
Pinnacle.
hear any of them say it without dying laughing. Then I would have to rewind and go back to hear what I missed because I was laughing so hard. I was like, this word.
Oh,
I
that
brought
was
it up
his face.
numerous
But
times.
she's like, do you have a pinnacle? Yeah, afterwards, we kept just randomly saying it in like other contexts and then like being like, why are we saying pinnacle?
That,
It wasn't even like in the podcast. It was like other podcasts, I think.
so funny.
that's a perfect response because it was making me want to say pinnacle in random conversations throughout the day.
And then see if somebody's a Bridgerton fan.
Oh my god. Well, that's
You know,
what cracks me
immediately.
up the most is like just how like proper and posh every conversation is.
Yes.
And I like the other day I was like thinking about it when I was watching like that little like replay whatever, and I was like, it would be so nice to live in that world where we could just like speak so respectfully
The manner.
at a distance, right? Like
Just go to London now, and you're gonna be like, are
it's
you
so different
actually
from being
cursing
Dominican.
at me?
Right.
And when I'm talking to Arian and he's like cursing, I'm just like, I can't take you seriously.
Oh, yeah.
It's just so hilarious to me because I'm just like being Dominican is so like loud and messy, right? So to be so like, oh, did you reach your
so
pinnacle? Like,
refined and proper. It's just,
Mhm.
I think it would drive me crazy, but it would also be
Last like 2 minutes and then go off.
Or you'll adapt.
there's a distance to it though. You're over there.
yeah.
Here.
But I
We
think
should be
that's
more
what
expressive.
It's that same thing though that doesn't allow them to be vulnerable too.
Right. They have to be so on guard. Yeah.
it allows them to be complete assholes, and that's why they colonize society and all, so
The world, right?
The world.
Yeah, the world.
Yeah,
So,
it's entitlement. It brings on entitlement.
Mhm.
And like, I keep wanting to use the word supercilious because I think it's so funny.
and
But,
not
like, they
pinnacle.
think- well, pinnacle too. Those are the words of the week: pinnacle and supercilious. But like, they think that they're like, it becomes like you have airs, like you think you're like better than the others.
Yes. I mean, I
Yes.
would imagine, right?
And it's
Like,
like,
They
well,
you
are
just-
the queen.
Their whole governmental structure for centuries was based on somebody's bloodline being better than the rest of other people's bloodlines. That's crazy.
yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
Crazy work. That is crazy work.
What the fuck? Your bloodline.
Your bloodline. Sit down somewhere.
Meanwhile,
That
everybody
means you
was having
married your
affairs, so the
cousins.
bloodline
You
meant
was
nothing.
marrying your cousins.
Yeah.
Inbred all over the place.
I don't want to.
Okay, so society's fucked up. One of the things that really bothered me during the rewatch was when Violet finds out about Sophie and Benedict, and like she like tells Sophie that she knows, and Sophie goes, "It's not Benedict's fault. I should have known better." And that I didn't clock that the first time. The rewatch, I was like, "The fuck you say? Like, you should know better. Benedict gets a free pass in this.
No.
Like, what
Yeah.
the hell?" Like, I'm so sick of everything being put on women.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I have to say on that. It just made me really mad.
I mean, I wonder if them even having that line for her, it like is intentional to elicit that reaction. You know what I mean? Like, I think what they're trying to show is that, like, yes, historically, this is not only historically did this happen, but this still happens. A woman blaming herself for a power dynamic, power dynamic being kind of like put upon her. You know what I mean? And I think maybe them including that was absolutely commentary on that, without them being so on the nose about being like, see, we don't like this either, but presenting it as this is
but they like it, but then they still
is what it is.
They still have her hiding who she is, so they're not fixing the situation at all.
Right.
They could have had Violet be like, no, like he was the person that is ultimately responsible.
She knows her son.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
That's another thing in the book, especially, like the power dynamic is even worse because he basically tells her that if she doesn't become his mistress, like Benedict's awful in the book.
He's horrible.
Oh, that part, that mistress part.
But like he basically says, like, if you don't become my mistress, I'm gonna tell the authorities that you're stealing.
Oh, that's in the book?
He's an asshole.
He was a real asshole in the book. Because in general, in the books, all the male Bridgertons are terrible people. And like the idea is like they meet these women, fall in love, and they want to become better people. They made him so much better in the show.
And it's what's funny is like I don't even really like him that much in the show, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
no,
especially this season.
Oh,
yeah.
I actually changed my Netflix avatar from what's her face, the Indian girl, to Benedict. I loved Benedict this season.
Oh, was it Kate before?
He annoys me.
Kate.
I was glad Kate was that. Kate and Sophie in the books are so badass by the end of the series. Like when you get into Gregory and Hyacinth's books, they're badasses. I love them.
They're great, like
they're
individuals to talk to.
These are the younger kids.
Yeah, because we'll eventually get to Hyacinth and Gregory's stories.
I'm not ready for it, but
how did you feel about Eloise? Eloise is in.
I'm so nervous.
So I wrote Eloise, marriage equals epiphany. Eloise had to be the big sister and be there for Francesca and Hyacinth and Benedict, her fave bro. This made her change her perspective on marriage. It isn't a burden for some. It is simply about love and companionship, the great lengths it takes to be with the one that you love. And while being with Cressida, seeing how marriage mark can be beneficial in such a society. And then I stated, the way Eloise sits cracks me up.
She is so funny to me.
Because she is not about this proper sitting life, honey. She's like, everything she's like.
Claudia has said that she's the funniest sister, that there's always one funny sister,
hilarious.
And she's it.
I love it. And like that fake smile she puts on in public with the men that.
Oh, it's so good. There were so many memes for that I was like living for.
Oh my God.
Like so many memes of like, I really want to date, and then like showing her making that face when somebody. I will say, like, this season was just like them preparing for her story. Which Gracie, I'm going to speak for Gracie. We're so nervous about her story because we have a lot of feelings about the male character in her story and how we do not particularly.
Really?
We don't want to say anything, but it was like we felt like they did her dirty.
Oh. And so you know what? This is what I've been scared of, Heather, because like Eloise is literally might be my favorite character in the whole universe.
Mine too.
And I'm like, and I keep thinking, I'm like, when it's time for us to focus on Eloise, y'all better not piss me off. Y'all better not piss me off.
Don't read her book.
We've been waiting for her.
Do not read her book.
I'm like, because even this season, I was like, and I'm sorry, because I know he's your boy, Gracie, but Benedict, after a while, I was like, can we hurry this along, get you out the way so we can get to Eloise? I'm ready to get to my girl.
My thing about Benedict is that I really actually felt for him. Like there's this guy who's trying to figure out who he is,
He was
and
struggling.
and here's someone who actually understands him, and I just melted. Like when he approaches Sophie at Hyacinth's party, and she asked him something like, like, what are you looking for? And the way he said, "Oh, I found it," like I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, like because he's always like charming and giggly, whatever. But that one particular scene and that line and how he said it,
Yeah.
like there was almost like a crack in his voice because he wanted her so much, and because of society, which he normally doesn't give a shit about, but now it's
Right.
like, oh,
Right.
I really want this girl and I cannot have her. Like I gotta find a way to then that's why he went and did the most stupidest shit and asked her to be a mistress. Like he's still trying to figure things out, but
I'm glad he recognized that he shouldn't have said that. Like he did, like bring it up later. I will say in the book, they go to they live in my cottage permanently. Like he becomes an artist. Like she really does make him be like his best.
I would prefer that life for them, having to lie about what they.
Well, I think like even though they're living in my cottage out of society, they can still like go back and forth and be part of the family.
Versus if if they had never. If she was still thought of as a maid, like he wouldn't have been able to come. They wouldn't have been able to spend time with the family at all.
He would have never been able to go, and if like the family was visiting them, they would have been criticized and stuff like that. Because we do see in the books anyway. I don't know that we'll see it here. Like they do go and visit them at my cottage, and like because like with Eloise's story, like it kind of takes place around that same location. Part of her story. So like we see them there a lot during like Eloise's story. But who knows? Who knows? They could go a totally different direction. I don't know if we said it on the podcast or off recording, but Gracie, weren't we talking about how like wouldn't it be fun if they did like some sort of love triangle where they brought Theo back?
I will take it. Oh, I don't know if you guys remember Theo.
Who was Theo? I recognize that name.
He was the prince guy that was like kind of rebellious and went to like meetings, like political meetings and stuff like that she was really into.
He was somebody's cousin.
No, he worked in the print store.
Yeah, he was the lower class.
Yeah, he was the lower class, and Eloise and him had like little things.
And when we looked on his IMDb, it didn't have a final date for Bridgerton. So we were like, could he come back?
No.
So like we were like, they could have the person in the book, they could have Theo, and they could potentially have someone else.
This is the guy right here.
Let me make it larger.
That's Theo. That's him.
Look at him in a vest.
Wow.
Oh my God, Heather and her vest. Heather and her vest.
I like him. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I would be a fan of them bringing him back because I really liked him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's cute.
He pushed her in the best ways.
Yeah, he's adorable.
I'm ready for Eloise's story. I love that.
Did they confirm if it's going to be her or Francesca next season? Did they say?
Next season's Francesca. It continues with Francesca. Remember that they showed like them two holding hands, her and Michaela?
They did build that up.
Did they?
They really don't want to give us.
They showed them, and it looks like they're in Scotland. So we're thinking that
I do want to
based off of internet saying that they need to find a male heir, right, to take over.
But do they? Because as we learn in the Jane Austen stuff, entitlement isn't necessarily just a male heir unless it's like dictated in the entitlement contract that it has to be a male heir.
I think so, because remember that what's his face went and to the place, and Benedict was trying his hardest to be like, no, you can't examine my sister.
Yes,
fuck society.
Yeah.
But I think they were looking for an
heir, but not necessarily a male heir. Because remember, Anthony was the heir of Rosling.
You're right.
Because it had to be dictated in the entitlement contract that it was a male. If it had to be a male.
Well, that's the okay. So, you know what? I'm done because I was about to say what's going to happen is that Michaela's going to be the one that's going to inherit that estate.
Maybe she'll pretend she's Michael. Maybe she'll start dressing like a man.
No.
It happens. There have been people that like have lived as men their entire lives, and then you find out after they die.
Wow.
Victor, Victoria.
It did happen.
Yeah.
Man, I get that they're trying to work their way through. Maybe they're trying to tease it out and make us like truly like wait for Eloise for it to, or maybe Eloise is the last season. I don't know, because they know she's everybody's favorite character. But I'm just like, Francesca, yes, while that story will be interesting, I am more compelled to want Eloise's story. Like, and it could be because I don't really, and this is just me personally, I don't find, I mean, no shade to the actress, but I just find the character of Francesca boring to me. Whereas Eloise is such a much more dynamic character that I want to follow, that I want to watch. And sadly, whenever it was time for Francesca to be on screen, or whenever it is from Francesca on screen, I'm like, oh man, I'm a little bored. Like,
I know.
Really?
She's dry.
She's like an introvert.
Dry.
I will say they could have Eloise's story start, because in the book there's like something that happens for a year leading. I won't say anything else. So they could have like Francesca be the main story, and then like setting up Eloise, because something has to happen that has not happened in the series yet.
Oh damn! Now I want to know, Heather.
Something happens to another character.
I think she's already done told you. Old podcast. Y'all don't remember.
I could tell you. It's a little bit of a spoiler, but like I also don't know if they're going to do it, because they changed something so drastically that they might not. I could be wrong. They might not need to do this. Well, no, they would still need to do it.
They will still need to do it, but they still change things drastically.
Yeah, they change drastically. Basically, somebody needs to die. Somebody needs to die.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh.
Someone that you don't care about.
Yeah, it's
so
somebody
don't worry
that's
about
not
it.
like a major character, but like somebody needs to die for her story to be set up like it. Somebody needs to die for her story to be set up like it is. But they could just go completely off book.
Right, they could go in another direction.
Yeah. Because one of the things that the actor who plays Lady Violet said was, when she first started Bridgerton, she read all the books and she took notes about like what her relationship in the book is with all these different characters and stuff like that. And it really helped her at first, but like that they've gone so off book in some of these storylines that like her notes don't matter.
Lady Violet isn't really even in the books like the way she is in the series itself.
Really?
No, she's in the book. She's in the books, but yeah, she's not major. And the Queen's not in the book. Lady Danbury's a minor character. The Mondrells are not in the book. Like,
what I was gonna say before I forget, that they were very much focused, the TV series, on like Daphne's character, and they weren't developing much of everyone except for Benedict. And now that we're getting more into the series, like they're mixing all the siblings in, like just bringing a little bit of here, a little bit of, so that we can get to see what's going to happen. So maybe we'll get to see a little bit of Eloise's story.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we might get to see it while it's actually happening, because in the books it's kind of like we find out that a bunch of stuff was happening during Penelope's storyline that we weren't aware of.
Oh.
But Daphne not being in these major life events is making me crazy. Her husband doesn't need to be there.
It drives me crazy that both of them aren't there, quite honestly. I'm like, with as close knit as the Bridgertons are, like you set up this world.
Supposed to be.
Yes, you set up this world where this family is incredibly close knit, and then we just don't see these two anymore. Like,
yeah.
Her at least, like, I don't think Lord Hastings is really in the books, but she's definitely in the books. In Benedict's book, she figures out there's something going on with Sophie like immediately. Like, she clocks Sophie immediately. Like, oh, you know my brother's into artwork? Like, wait, how do you know that? What's going on here? Like, she's very like on point. With the goings on in her family.
One thing I wanted to jump back to, so I didn't want to lose it, was when you all mentioned Lady Danbury and Violet not being as larger characters in the book as they are in the series, as I think that's one of those things where, you know, Shonda really kind of shines in her storytelling here and the story she wants to tell, because clearly it's important to her that we like in the book, they're probably relegated to smaller roles because they are ladies of a certain age, quote unquote, you know what I mean? But I love that she's pulling them out and showing them to be much more major characters and have much more interesting storylines, showing that as you age and as you mature, no, you're not relegated to just being side characters in people's lives, and you are still desirable, and you do still have needs and wants and desires, and you're still growing. You're not done growing. You're never done growing. So
and that's why you should introduce Sophie as Sophie.
And it's like it's crazy, Grace, because it's like, why can you see that when it comes to Lady Danbury and Violet and everything, but you can't see the disservice you're doing to Sophie over here?
Yeah.
There was one thing I wanted to bring up specifically during our Bridgerton chat. I also found really fascinating. It stood out to me this season was the maid wars that ended up happening and how Varley stood up. How Varley stood up for herself with Lady Featherington, and y'all, when Lady Featherington tried to give her them dresses, I wanted to throw things at the TV. God. I was like, "Are you kidding me right now?
After all these years,
that's why I always say you're not family. When people say like, "Oh, you're like family here," you're not like family. No, if you're working for somebody, you're not their family.
You're not their family, and that's what she said. Like, it was very clear. I loved when Varley challenged her like that, because it was like, you always say that, but like, it's not endearing like you think it is. Every time you says it, it actually reinforces to me that I'm not family, and it's a manipulative tactic, because you're just manipulating and gaslighting me out of asking for what I should be asking for by trying to make me feel like give me these warm fuzzies about me being family, but that actually does the opposite.
Like, you're paying me for my time and my labor.
Yes. She asked her for a raise, like
20 years.
She gave her some dresses, some used dresses. And then came in the next day or the next week or whatever with some brand new clothes. Like, I thought we were broke. I thought we didn't have no money.
Oh, salt in the wound. Oh, and like, if I give you a raise, I have to give everybody else a raise.
That's the shit they say. That's it. Yeah. That's what they say. Yep.
And what would be wrong with as you should?
As you should.
Because they don't seem to be having the money problems they were having before.
Hello? Sure don't.
They got it. They got that Colin Bridgerton money now. Keep them afloat. And they got that money.
Do we know how the Bridgertons made their money? Like, what is their wealth?
So let me go into the 4s and the 5s. Okay. We deep dive so hard into Jane Austen. So at the time, they would, as like nobility, they would be landowners. So they would have lands in the country where they would have tenant farmers. They would make money for that. But then they also had what's called the 4s and the 5s, which is basically like kind of their version of the stock market, where you would take the money that you earn from the land and you would invest it in either like a 4% or a 5% investment. And so like, that's how they would base like your annual income. So like in Jane Austen, when they say like Mr. Darcy has $10,000 a year, that means that like he is like he's making $10,000 a year based off of the investments on the 4s or the 5s. So that's just his like income that he's earning just from that. Wow. Not including like his actual assets.
Wow.
So so they basically are just kind of overseeing. So like when Benedict was like taking over for Anthony's stuff and he's talking about like, this farmer wants a loan so they can get this equipment or whatever, it's the farmer is on the land that they own. So the farmer has to give like a certain percentage to them every year.
Wow.
And then they probably also have overseas investments like in India. Like a lot of them invested in the East Indian Company and stuff like that.
In the colonies, right? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, they also could have like sugar plantations or something like that as well.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But they got lots of money, whatever it is. But they're not going to dive too deep into that, because then they're going to have to talk about like indentured servitude and slavery and like labor issues and things like that.
And you know, they're trying to keep things romantic.
Yeah, exactly. They're like orgasms and sexy scenes.
Pinnacles.
They're like, we can't tell pinnacles.
You know?
We can't tell too much truth. We have to provide people with their escapism.
Yes. The podcast was driving me a little bit crazy because they were so fixated on the sex. I was like, that's one, like everybody, like the person that was like leading the host of the podcast and stuff like that, she was all like about like the sex scenes and things like that. But one of the things that one of the writers said, like the first image they had was that scene in the stairwell with Sophie and Benedict. And like one of the things I did like about that is that she said that they made it in the stairwell because it was them coming together, like her coming downstairs from where the lower class would sleep, like the servants would sleep, and him coming upstairs and like meeting each other halfway.
Oh, interesting.
It's not really what we were just talking about, but it made me, when we were talking about like when you said pinnacle, it made me think of that.
No, that's really interesting. In terms of the visual and like the directing of it all, like I see that completely differently now in terms of, because at first when I was watching it, I was like, y'all just gonna get to it right there on the stairs, or somebody come upstairs? But
there's lots of bedrooms.
There's so many bedrooms.
But there were there was all this build up in them. Like every scene is like she's breathing heavy, right?
Heaving bosom, every scene.
That's right.
I was like, she's gonna reach her pinnacle in 10 seconds.
Have you ever had to do that? Have you ever had to
need him to be there
in acting tank? Have you ever had to?
I refuse. Even in, because I'm like, that's stupid. Like, don't nobody breathe like that. Even when it's
don't nobody breathe like that.
And first of all, breathing like that, and of course, as they used to wear, you will hyperventilate. You will pass
out. Oh my god!
You would use the fainting chair.
Oh my god! Cracks me up.
What?
I mean, it did make the scene steamy though. It was them. The stair.
It was a hot scene. No, they played with her emotions and with our emotions with that shit. That scene.
Like I told Heather in one of the podcasts, I'm like, he just put his fingers in his mouth.
Oh yeah, he's like
I did the whole I just like that was not attractive to me. Like I don't want to be seen that on the screen.
No. Did you guys?
No.
Did you guys see the mistress thing coming as non-book readers?
No, that also took me off guard. I was like,
really? I was like, because they were dropping hints like crazy.
They were, but you're coming from a book reader. They were dropping a lot of hints.
No, we haven't read the
mistress.
Yeah, when he was at that bar or whatever.
Yeah, the gentleman's club. But like, I think if you didn't read the books, I think I would have been taken by. I wouldn't have necessarily been like, oh well, his friend just talks about how he got a mistress, so this is I don't think I would have gotten that.
Yeah. I actually, Heather, kind of thought the opposite. I thought after that conversation, he was more thinking like, but no, like I love this girl. Like I want her to be like mine, like in a real way, like so then when he did ask her, it really was record scratch, like not only for her, but for, it was so funny. Not only for her, but for the audience. If you haven't read the books, it was definitely I was like, the fuck?
I laughed because I was like, this is amazing that they're stopping it right here, and y'all gotta wait a month. Like people were so upset.
It was so good because the way he presented it, like it's like. He said it like he was saying something so amazing.
Yes, didn't he, Lucy?
I had such a great idea. What a white male entitlement thing.
Great idea.
You're going to ruin your reputation and be relying on me for the rest of your life.
Yes, like he presented it like it was like on a silver platter. Like, look how I am about to improve your life. Don't you want to be my side piece? I was like, wow. Like I'm
not for Camilla.
He figured it out by fingering it out. Like,
Gracie, that fingering really bothered you, didn't it?
It really did.
He put his finger in his
mouth. The opposite of what I think they thought we were gonna do. Like, because I was like,
"Come on now!" Like I felt like it was insult to injury, right? Like you're like
you are mad.
I just. I can't. I don't even know what to say.
Oh my god!
so funny. Oh my God.
So funny.
You're right, Lucy. I laughed. I did. It was a record scratch, and then I laughed. I was like, he
What?
really. And I said, I was watching by myself, and I literally just said out loud, he really just asked her to be his side piece. Like it was a cute idea.
Really did.
All the book people had to console the non-book people on social media. Like, it's okay, just wait.
Like a proposal. Like it was a proposal.
Like it was a proposal. And then wasn't that like the end of part one?
It was. That was like how.
Yes, that's what Heather had to say.
I was irate. I was like, how dare y'all end it right there?
So mad.
I think it was that, and then they had like a very brief scene of like Araminta and the girls moving next door. Like you find out they live next door.
Mm-hmm.
We have so much more to say, so we are going to stop it right here, and we will jump back in next week with part 2 of this conversation. Listeners, let us know what you thought about this week's discussion. We are on Instagram. Our handle is @Gabbin'Podcast. Go ahead and like and follow us while you're there, or you could email us. The email address is gabbinpodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what else we should be discussing. Check out our other podcast episodes. We are on all the major platforms where you can find your podcast. Please buy us a coffee. We could really use it.
Please do. We need it.
Until next time, thanks for listening to Gabbin'.
Gabbin'. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing.